So, meine Damen und Herren, meine Freaks and Geeks, meine Queers und Straights, jetzt geht's weiter. So, in seiner relativ kurze Karriere. Und für den nächsten Gast hat schon zwei Rollen zwei verschiedene bekannte Fantasy-Serien. Erst als, ich brauche richtig meine Lesebrille, Claude in die Vampir-Serie True Blood. Danach als Gideon, nicht zu verwechseln mit Gideon Emery, das ist ein anderer Gideon, in die Serie Once Upon a Time. Meine Damen und Herren, Mr. Giles Matthey. Yeah. But normally they clap a little bit louder.
Yeah, come on, yeah!
Well, Carlo, have a chair.
Hello.
Team, my teammate from Team, what were we? Team G.
Team G.
We weren't last.
But we weren't first.
We weren't last. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling very good. I've never been to anything like this. No, I've been to a few conventions, but not anything like this, where it's medieval and legendary and talesy and yeah.
It's quite cool.
It's very cool.
I like that, and that's one of the things I like being involved with. It's not just in a big convention hall.
No, exactly.
You know, you've got cool location and throwing axes and it's, I don't know. There was a dragon running around and
I can't keep up. I can't keep up.
There's too much going on.
There's too much medieval, legendary, fantasy stuff going on.
I have been playing with some of the guests today, Two Truths and a Lie.
Yes.
Are you down? Would you like to play?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. So I do two truths and a lie.
Yeah.
One, you have to vote,
which,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
Which one is the lie?
Okay. So my mind just went to the most inappropriate thing then. About like childhood trauma. I could lie about that and but I'll keep it PG.
How many times did you fall down the stairs?
yeah. How many times was I beaten? No. Okay, so let's do two truths and a lie. Okay, this is good. I'll actually do a bit of childhood trauma. Okay, so two truths and a lie. I was born in Australia, and I used to be called Snowy because my hair was bright white when I was a kid. I once got beaten up in a school toilet, and then the last one is I once got to the last table of a Las Vegas poker tournament. Ooh.
Now I didn't write it down.
Yeah, you can't remember it. Bloody hell.
The thing is, of course I've looked to see where and when you were born, doing my homework, but I didn't write it down, so I don't know. But I think that's true because I think I read that you were born in Australia.
Okay.
And I would believe that you were called Snowy because I had a cousin who had blonde hair as a kid.
Okay.
And then it turned brown, and for a while he had like a blonde stripe in the hair.
Oh.
And then it went full brown. I've never seen it in anybody else before.
Okay.
So I would believe that.
Okay.
I would also believe that you made it to the last table in a poker tournament. I have no reason for that. It's only the way that you explained the second one. Because you said you got beaten up in a school, you changed the location. So I think that one is the lie. So you have made it to the end of a tournament and have been born in Australia.
He's wrong. I did get beaten up in a school toilet. I was born in Australia, so you got that right. But I did not get to the last table of a poker tournament in LA. I almost got to the last table. So, Come on, mate. Do better.
Bastard. Well, very well. Well done. Well, then, so of course you win.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Question: have we reached peak TV?
Way past peak TV. I don't know if you guys agree, but actually, I think the standard. I would say this, wouldn't I? But I do think the standard has peaked, and I do think that there's more crap that gets put out there than quality, because there's an abundance of choice, so the quality level is so low. Way back when, you only had 5 channels, you had the movies, and that was it. Now we've got everything, and I just think they put any old rubbish out.
That's a good way. Yeah, I could see that. I'm not going to say whether I agree or not.
That's okay.
Because I do agree. And I don't want to get in trouble for agreeing. But yeah, you're right. I mean, there's so much, and because everybody, and we talked about this a little bit earlier, because everybody is now making their own content.
Yes.
Which is nice because you have choice, but then
yes.
you're pushing out so much. Yeah, it makes it difficult. But for me, peak TV is Game of Thrones is like the last communal TV.
Yes.
Things like Lost. Things like
Emily DeRaven, Lost.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
She's brilliant. Until she went crazy and had the stick baby.
I never watched it. I've never watched Lost.
Wow.
I don't watch a lot of TV because I think most is terrible. Yeah, but that's just me, eh?
And how do you know what put Emily in your mind?
Because well, you obviously haven't been watching my TV shows because you would know that she plays my mom. Shit! Hasn't done his homework.
Sorry.
Hasn't done his homework.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. But yeah,
I'm gonna go crawl under a chair now.
I'm gonna banish you.
Banish me over there.
To the dungeon.
To the dungeon. The dungeon's over there.
Oh, okay.
You're right. Oh God. But yeah, I mean that Once Upon a Time, True Blood, like everything was big, quality, and you're right. There wasn't so much to pick from.
Yes.
It was taken time.
Yes.
Big budgets were given to stuff.
Yeah.
We are beyond peak TV.
Yeah, I think that you guys. That's one thing that I do think Hollywood gets really wrong, by the way. I think it really underestimates the intelligence of the audience. And I know this is getting quite intellectual, but actually, I think they take you guys for idiots these days, whereas before, the people that made the decisions would be more like to say, no, that's terrible. Of course, the fans aren't going to like that. But now it's just like, yeah, they'll take anything. And actually, that's why Disney, the stock is going down. Okay, fine, whatever.
We're being controversial here.
Yeah.
Now I'm distracted because ADD and all of that. You have a small tattoo.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
I'm not going to say what it is. I'll let you say what it is and explain it if you would like.
No, I will.
Have to.
It's really embarrassing.
Oh yes, please.
All of my tattoos, apart from 2, I've got so many, and this is one very embarrassing story.
How many do you have?
How about 20?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
later, ask him to take his shirt off and show all the tattoos.
So, fine. I'm anyone's. So, it's really embarrassing because it stays with you forever, right? So don't get tattoos unless you are absolutely sure. Because I was once in love with a girl, but I really wasn't. Good-looking girl, lovely. She was a singer. A Scottish singer, and I was like, oh, but I live in LA and you live in England, so what shall I do? We're in love, but I've got the heart behind my ear because we're always on the phone. Pathetic and embarrassing. And then, of course, we broke up like 3 months later. That stays with me forever. So that's a waste. There's another embarrassing tattoo that's massive on my chest of the theatre masks. What I didn't know is I said to the tattoo artist, I said, oi, can I have that? Go on. And then he was like, yeah, that'll be $100. And I was like, that's a bit cheap, but sure, go for it. So not only is the quality bad, I then find out that what I've got tattooed onto my body forever is that is not just the masks. It is a Mexican gang tattoo on my body forever. So that's great. So there's the the heart behind my ear, which was for a girl that I didn't love, that's with my body forever. I've got a Mexican gang tattoo. I've got really fine line wording. It's very nice. I lost my dad when I was young, but it's very nice. But because I was cheap and I didn't want to spend a lot of money, I got it written here, and you can't read it now. So now it just looks like 2 lines of rubbish. It just looks like 2 lines. So, not that you're asking for it, just don't rush into tattoos, and if you do, spend the money wisely, like actually spend some cash on it, because you get what you pay for.
That is good advice. I will agree, that's good advice.
Not that you're asking for advice, you're all grown-ups. I'm no one. Literally, I am no one to lecture you on how to live your life, okay? I was just in a TV show. You are way more capable than I, but I will say, spend the money wisely on tattoos if you're going to, and make sure they're not Mexican gang tattoos.
No. Make sure they are Mexican gang tattoos, please.
And when you fall in love with someone, you might not be in love. Just think twice before getting it permanently engraved on your head.
But imagine if you had gotten her name.
Oh, we haven't even finished there.
No.
I got, so a girl that I was in love with, and yeah, it was a bad breakup, blah, blah, blah. Her name was, she was an actress, good looking girl, lovely, not a bad word to say about her. We're in a public space. Her name was Hannah Rose Ware, okay? Hannah Rose Ware. We were together for about 3 years, and I got a rose tattooed on my chest here, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. But then, as one of the petals, I got an H, and we broke up. So then another visit to the tattoo artist, and I said, can you make the H into a, just like get rid of it somehow, like squiggle it in. So again, permanently on my body forever, when it didn't last. Do you see, I've got a pattern here, yeah.
I would say that's probably not an uncommon thing. I would say the majority of tattoos that people get are probably ones that probably shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, my stepbrother's got the worst tattoo. He's a singer in a band that you're all very young, and in the best way. Not patronising, but you're all young. And this band did very well in the early 2000s, which is probably before you were all born, which is really depressing to me. But they're called the Kooks, and he's got the worst tattoo ever done of 2, apart from mine, of 2 things, like an equal sign here, and he's got a cube here. So, well done, that looks awful. And then he just says, look in the mirror, mate, and I say, well done.
That is awesome.
No, it's not awesome, it's on my body forever.
I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it.
What a waste.
This is from the person who got tattooed at the last event on stage. So,
okay, you have a good, not embarrassing story. That's quite a cool story.
It's I don't know.
Maybe in a few years you'll be like, my God, what was it?
What was I thinking?
Do I have any others? I have a lily here.
Did you date a girl named Lily?
No. I've learned my lesson. Although I am going to get my dog tattooed on me.
Bravo.
Yes.
That's worth it. That is
that dog will never leave me. And I will never regret. His name's Tony. He's an Italian greyhound. And he will always be with me. But I'm going to spend money so it doesn't turn into a blob. Okay? That, again. I'm going to spend, maybe like 500 on it. No, 500. It needs to be with me forever and not turn into a congealed weird blob. It's going to be on my arm somewhere. It's going to be Tony's face.
I feel like what you should do is just wait until you get arrested for being in a Mexican gang.
Yeah.
And then when you're in prison, get a prison tattoo of Tony.
Yes. Get it free.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, it's good.
You'd get a quality, you'd have a good story,
yeah.
It wouldn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
Well, the tattoo wouldn't cost you anything.
No, yeah, wow. Yeah, I think I'd pay for a lot of... I think, yeah, we know what I would have to eventually give in prison. With a face like this? I'm joking. Joking. But yeah, we can bring it into the sort of PG space.
Well, let's bring it into fantasy space.
Fantasy space.
Because I want to know,
That can be pretty non-PG as well, by the way.
That's
but
true.
Let's bring it into PG fantasy space.
Let's say high fantasy.
High fantasy.
What is it about high fantasy that is so enduring? Like, there's always stories, there's always films and books and series with high fantasy.
I think
sci-fi comes and goes, dramas, period dramas come and go, but fantasy is always there,
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I do think, I don't know if you guys agree, but the Lord of the Rings TV show. Nah, you like the TV show?
Yes.
You do. You are the only two people I've ever met that have said I like it. So at least they've got two fans here. It's your favourite show. That is great. Is it?
It is.
Well,
you have to give it a chance.
I gave it 10 minutes, and I will not get those 10 minutes back of my life. But, joking. But for example, I think how Amazon kind of, in my opinion, didn't do so well with the adaptation to the TV show. Sorry, I know you two love it. That's fine. It's just my opinion. One opinion. You could well be right. But I do think that fantasy, when done well, when done in a way that stays true to the original source material, always has much better of a chance to endure, because people love the escapism of actually building a world and all those characters. That's what we like. Escapism. I want to escape my life. I want to clock off. I don't want to... Loving it. No, I'm not saying... don't we? That's why we like these things. I'm not saying I want to escape my life and I'll jump out the fire exit. What I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying. we like the escapism of fantasy. Why would we be here now? Right here, right now, we're all dressed in clothes. Well, I'm not. You guys are dressed in like magical clothes.
I believe you are wearing clothes.
I am wearing clothes. I'm wearing... Yeah. I think, personally, what the hell am I talking about? We like fantasy. We like a world. That's what we like.
Do you agree? Like
when done well.
Clap there.
Yeah, like one person half clap over there. Just a little, tiny, like mice clapping.
And they're clapping because they fainted earlier.
Yeah, there you go. You guys, what can I say? I think we all agree with me, and I'm right, and I'm amazing. That's basically it, right?
Fair enough. That's a good assessment. We could say that.
So next question.
Next question I was going to say, if anybody in the audience has any questions,
the floor is yours.
And Christian has a microphone.
Ask me anything. AQA. Any question answered.
AMA. Ask me anything.
Yeah, or any question answered. AQA. Ask me anything.
Let's do AMAAQA. We did have to go yesterday, so it was HOTTOGO. So today it's we did that yesterday.
And she's leaving. So instead of no questions, she thought, actually, I want to leave instead. I don't want to waste more of my time listening to that plonker spittle out the crap that's coming out of his mouth.
She's like, no.
Yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking. Go get your picture.
Go get your photo.
If you know anything about me with conventions, I don't take them that seriously, so do not even listen to what I'm saying, because I'm a fool 99% of the time. Apart from 1%, when I'm really hurt because you walked out.
But also you're breaking our hearts.
Yeah, breaking our hearts,
They're broken.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. I might have to get another tattoo. You left me, and another one's leaving.
No, she's...
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Well done. Brave. Yeah. Bravo. Yeah. There we go.
Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to ask you, is there any director that you'd like to ever work with or that you feel inspired by?
The question is a very good question, and it's a very above-board question, and it's PG. I like it. Well done. And bravery for standing up and speaking. Well done.
Thanks, I do it professionally.
The answer is yes. I don't think you'll find an actor alive. So it's also a little bit of a silly question. No, check. You won't find an actor that says, actually, there isn't a single director that I would like to work with. And I've worked with all of the directors I have. The thing about actors is that nothing's ever good enough for them. And that's the mental problem with actors, is that if you've not been in that show, then well, why aren't I in that show? Why haven't I worked with that director? Why? But you have worked with so many lovely. No, so yes, Christopher Nolan being one. That would be. Here's a bit of inside information for you that you got here first. I auditioned for. Well, I got an audition to be in his new film, Christopher Nolan's new film, The Odyssey, and you won't believe it because Christopher Nolan's people, they don't offer you many auditions. I auditioned for Dunkirk previously, and some really random bloke got the role. His name was, I think his name was Larry Niles or something. Anyway, random actor. I think he's a singer. But the point is, you don't get many auditions for Christopher Nolan, and he's doing The Odyssey with Zendaya and Tom Holland. That's obviously a package deal. And I had food poisoning. I ate a really bad egg, so it was coming out this end and that end. And I said to Christopher Nolan's casting people, he uses one guy, I said, please, I've got it coming out of both ends. I can't. Can you just delay it till Monday? Give me like the weekend to regain my bodily functions. And they said no. So it's just like, you guys are assholes. But yeah. So long story short, Christopher Nolan would be great.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right.
May I ask a second question?
Yes, you may.
Was there ever an audition that you completely blew? And
besides the one where you exploded?
Except that one. Or one audition that went very well for you, and do you have any tips, or was there anything that you felt worked for you?
Yes. So I've got a few funny stories about me thinking I've done a really good job. So yeah, just as if you're looking for advice as an actor, the only thing I can tell you is, well, you're not really. I saw you go, nah. she's like, nah, not really. Okay, great. So, but yes, I did an amazing audition once for a TV show called Limitless, which had a run, and anyway, I thought it was amazing, and I was so sure. I was like, I went in there, it was for the producers, the director, and there were about 10 people in the room, and I nailed it. It was a really long speech, and I was brilliant. And I came out of the audition, I rang my agent, I said, don't even bother, like, this is me, I've got this, you know, perfect, you don't get better. Not even Daniel Day-Lewis does it as good as this. And my agent said, this is really good, because you could be a millionaire, literally a millionaire if you do well here. And I said, take me to the bank, because that's where I'm going to be living, depositing all this cash. And he said, this sounds really exciting. Let me speak to them, and I'll get back to you. 5 minutes later, ring, ring. I pick it up and I say, well, was I right or was I right? He said, mate, they thought you were weird and they don't want to see you again. So I was like, what? I thought I nailed it. They thought otherwise. So, but yeah. But then I've also done the similar thing and have got the role. Yeah.
Good question. Thank you.
Good question.
Giles, thanks for taking the time to chat with us today. We've got
we've
got Magnus on deck. That's why.
Oh, Magnus this, Magnus that.
Magnus the Axe.
Vike, yeah. Oh.
Wizard, yeah.
But is he actually a Dane?
Yeah, he's a Dane. Yeah.
He is a Dane.
Yeah, so it was unfair.
So
it's unfair from the beginning.
He played Vikings guy.
Yeah.
No, he did Valhalla.
He did Last Kingdom.
Last Kingdom.
But
I got close to that.
He did Assassin's Creed.
Ah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're talking about him.
Yeah.
Sorry. Back to me. Joking. Joking.
Enjoy the rest of the show today.
Thanks.
And we'll see you again tomorrow.
Are we doing this again?
Yes, we're doing it.
This is fun.
Giles Matthey, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, guys.